Okay, good. It's capturing my audio. Hello, everyone. This is Eureka Forsyth, and today I will be playing the mystery visual novel Stillwater. And before I continue, let me. Wait, I just got. Wait, let me check something. Be right back. Alright, without further ado, I will start the. Because there's no audio. No, not the audio. The soundtrack is not playing. So, yes. So I won't be speaking in this awkward silence. But yes, how is everyone doing today? I am doing pretty well. Just a little bit tired, but I had some London fog earlier today that I made, and it was so good. Although I feel like the usual taste is not exactly what London fog usually tastes like. Um, so I would just quickly ramble a little bit about that because I used like a black lavender tea, and London fog is usually used with Earl Grey tea. So the taste is definitely a lot more different because there was like sweetness from the rose petals in the tea, and there was like a lot of lavender. Well, there is usually lavender in Earl Grey tea, although I think not. No, not Earl Grey. London fog. But I think it's optional. So if you want to add lavender, you can add lavender. But I think it does add a nice um, flavor balance if you do add lavender. It tasted more like a fancy milk tea. But yeah, I finally, finally, after all these years of experimenting and making drinks at home, I think I have finally perfected my homemade London fog recipe, which makes me really, really happy because that is one of my favorite drinks to get at cafes. So I can definitely save a little bit more money by making it at home. If I feel like it or feel lazy, I guess still get it at a cafe. But now I can save a little bit of money making it at home. And the secret thing, well, there's a couple of secret things that I learned to make with perfect. I don't know, perfect. I feel like perfect is a little bit too too dramatic to say, but making a really good London fog. Um, Definitely take two tea bags. Don't use one. Although it's recommended to use loose leaf, but I that is a little bit more expensive, and I am not at the point where I can indulge in a little. Well, maybe I can maybe get loose leaf teas if I want to, but it is a little bit bougie if I have to be honest. So using tea bags is definitely fine. But if you do use tea bags, definitely use two instead of one. My mistake was that I used only one tea bag in the past, and that did not add too much like flavor, like tea flavor. Like you need to have the tea flavor in the drink because it'll just taste like milk just infused with like a little bit of tea. So definitely two tea bags, three I guess if you want it to be extra strong, but I'm fine with just two. And I used, well, this is definitely not sponsored, but I was testing it because I was looking at this lady's YouTube video where she made a London fog recipe video, and I saw in the comments that somebody recommended that you can use Twining's Lady Grey tea, and I was just like, okay, I guess I will go and try that. So I got a box to test with, and I used two. It tastes a little bit. I feel like probably would be best if I just tried the original Earl Grey blend that they have, but it still tastes really, really good. And yeah, I remember from her video, she also said if you're well, she recommends using the loose leaf option if you can, um, like two heaping teaspoons, if I correct her. If you want to check out her video, it is I believe her channel name is called Seaweed Kisses. Yeah, I really enjoy the, I think still my favorite video is her London Fog video. But yeah, I modeled my personal recipe off of hers, and I think Morgan from Morgan Makes Coffee. I also based a little bit of my personal recipe off of her video. I think it was the one where she was talking about some like tea-based cafe tea-based drinks that you can order from cafes. So yeah, you can check out that video as well. So it's like a combination of both those two videos. And then the other secret thing that I learned was that you need to. I always was like stumped by the flavoring that you, not flavoring, the sweetener that you, the barista would put inside. I couldn't figure out what it was for a while, but then I, like, on a whim, my family buys like local honey from the farmer's market. So I was just like, okay, I guess I was like, okay, I'll just put in some honey on a whim as the sweetener for the drink. And that is exactly what the sweetener was. It was honey. All this stuff. I can't believe it took me this long because I usually use condensed milk as my sweetener, so it tastes a lot different. It would just taste like an Asian milk tea. But I was just like, but I want the London Fog flavor, and that is definitely it, using honey. So whatever amount, I usually just do like a few swirls of honey because I like my drinks a little bit more sweet. So a few swirls of honey into the drink, and then I just stir it so it can like marry well with the tea blend already made. And I use oat milk because I my stomach gets a bit upset when I have whole milk now, milk from a cow. I still have whole milk sometimes, but I definitely like the taste of oat milk a little bit more. So when I make my own drinks at home, I usually use oat milk. Well, not usually. I pretty much almost always use oat milk. So yeah, and that has been a really small but like nice little thing to like have and like feel proud about to do, because I was just like the little things in life, to be a little bit cheesy. But yeah, so that's what I've been making, and I have been experimenting with the different like teas that I have within my house. First was Twining's Lady Grey, which was probably my favorite still. There was another one. Why can't I remember it? And then I tried Harney and Sons Earl Grey blend. So it was actually Earl Grey, but I think weirdly enough that was probably my least favorite. I think maybe because the sachets, I thought for the longest time it was pronounced sachets, but everybody calls the like fancier tea bag option sachets, and I was like, okay, sachets. But yes, sachets, and they're pretty small. The bag itself, and also the tea contents within, is a little bit skimping. They kind of skimp on it. So maybe I might, for that particular brand, I might need to use 3 sachets, which Makes me a little bit worried because I don't want to like I'm trying not to rely too much on caffeine. Like I just want to have the drink because I want the drink, but also the caffeine boost is still pretty nice too. But yeah, I think next time if I use the honey, the Harney and Sons Earl Grey tea blend, I'll just try it with 3 sachets and see if that actually makes it taste better because it mostly tasted more milky than tea I guess. But yeah, probably will still use the black lavender blend that I have. I wouldn't call it London fog. I'll just call it a milk tea, a black lavender and rose milk tea. So I'm very interested. When I use up my box of Lady Grey tea, I think I'm going to try the original Earl Grey blend whenever I use up that tea option. But yes, sorry to get back into the actual game and stuff. Yes, so to kick off October, aka Spooky Month, my loose plan is that I want to play spooky adjacent and also like slash mystery slash thriller slash creepy scary games every other week. So the weeks where I do not stream and play a game, I will be focusing more on working on video scripts and just writing projects, etc. So I am going to try my best to follow that for October. And even though you can enjoy horror all year round, 365 slash 7 all year, it just feels a little bit more special for some reason in October. So I am going to most of my TBR for like book based stuff, it will be horror related. And I have a secret video that I am currently working on next, and then um, I want to top off October before it ends with a Halloween slash spooky related video. Hopefully before October ends. Maybe I'll try to upload it on Halloween itself, but we will see. It's kind of a video that I have had on the back burner for a while, and if I have to be honest, it made me really burnt out from video editing because it was such a tedious process and chore to edit because I would have to be editing a lot of audio specifically for this video. So I really want to get it out of the way and just finish it. So I'm gonna try to hold myself to it by saying it here, and we'll see how it happens. I won't beat myself up too much if I don't make it, but I'm really hoping to trying to upload 2 more videos in the best case scenario in October. I'm not gonna think too far ahead. We'll see what happens in November when it comes to November. What? Whoops. When it comes to video projects, but we will see. Yeah. But anyway, I will read the description for this game. Um, so the plot is a woman arrives with a mysterious letter in hand addressed to her grandfather. Etched in crimson is a foreboding message, a warning, a promise made from a time forgotten. Private investigator Hugo Laurent, I think he's French. Hugo Laurent and his assistants must solve this bizarre case before an old family's curse befalls them all. This game has been on my radar for a while, basically since it has been originally uploaded since 2022. On the Steam page it says September 6th, 2022. So yeah, I think this is a good time to be able to get through my huge not blacklist, backlist of horror games that I've been meaning to play. For games and the streaming front, I am aiming to play one-shot based short games. So basically, it will be games that I can play. Hopefully, the sweet spot is between 1 hour, 1 and 2 hours, and maybe I'll let it slide to possibly the maximum being 3 hours. If it's more than 3 hours, I am just gonna save it for a later time to play. So this game has been listed to be approximately about an hour or so to finish, so I thought this would be a good game to start off. And plus, I'm in the mood for like mystery and thriller stuff, and also this has like supernatural elements, which I'm really into. So without further ado, let us get started. Sorry, I was talking a lot just now, but yeah, let us get into the game. Oh, actually, let me just make sure the options. Okay, text. Okay. Okay, I think that's good for music. Hopefully it's not too loud. Putting it in the middle. Hopefully it is a good spot. A good sweet spot. Excuse me. Let me take a sip of water before I continue. I probably shouldn't have had that London fog, because I remember I saw in like a voice actor like showcase, the guy. Unfortunately, I do not remember who the voice actor is, but I remember the thing that stuck out to me most was when he was doing like tips and tricks section on how to like sound good through the mic, and he said that try not to consume like milk based products or drinks before you do like a recording session, because it will like clog up and make your voice sound funny, and not to like 100% of its ability. So I couldn't help it. I really wanted to have a tea drink, so I'm also wondering if I want to get just like a plain jasmine green tea, but it's already 7:19 p.m. where I am, so I don't know. We'll see. I think I'll just stick with water for now, just to keep myself hydrated. But yeah, anyways, let me stop talking, rambling, and actually start the game. Okay, this is a work of fiction. The resemblance to any real-life people is purely coincidental. This game contains depictions of horror, mature themes, violence, and strong language. Viewer discretion is advised. Got it. I'm sorry, but I can't I'm sorry, but I can't stay here anymore, Nina. I feel like I'm going crazy. Calm down. If we can just talk it out. So many strange things keep happening, one after another. Every day there is this damn dripping sound. I thought it was just something leaking at first, but I check every faucet, every ceiling, everything. And still I hear it everywhere, constantly echoing in my ears. Please, listen to me. Oh, but the water. Sorry, that was bad. Oh, but the water. That damn water. Water? Yes, it's everywhere. Pools of it are all over the house, and every time I try to mop it all up, another will appear. There's no end to it. But it's at night. It's at night when it comes. What are you talking about? I hear someone or something walking along the hallways at night. Maybe it's just my grandfather. No, Nina, it's not him. I thought it was, but it's not. But I've seen it. That thing. I only glimpsed at it once, but I'm more than certain that thing was not your grandfather. Ever since that night, I would lock my door and pray it would walk past my room. I don't know what's going on, but I swear it just keeps walking. Always walking on pools of water. Sometimes I hear them randomly. Their steps are erratic and faint, but I can still hear them. Just this steady pace up and down the halls. But I think recently it's no longer like that. What do you mean? Every morning I follow to see where the Every morning I follow to see where the wet footprints lead. It walked towards something more clearly than before. It would walk down the halls, climb the stairs, and turn corners. All of it I'd follow. Eventually, the trail would come to a stop. And it would all stop right by your grandfather's room. His room? If this is some sick joke to scare me away, then please stop. It's not a joke, Nina. I meant when I said that there is something wicked going on in this house. That can't be true. I know this is a lot, but you have to believe me. I can't stay here any longer. I'm sorry, Mina. It's okay. I understand. Thank you for taking care of my grandfather up until now. And I'm sorry for all the stress I've caused you. I'll be sure to pay you right away as soon as Nina, listen to me. I don't know what's happening around here, but... Oh. The woman on the phone carelessly looks around, turning her head constantly back and forth, looking over her shoulder to find if any others listening in. Well, it sounds like she's kind of being a bit loud. She grips the phone so close to her ear in a vice-like grip, before speaking again in a hushed tone. Something terrible is lurking in this house. I don't know what it is, but please, as soon as you get back, take your grandfather and just leave this place. Leave? I can't just leave everything behind. We have nowhere else to go. Please, Nina. This place is not safe. The rumors, they're true. The rumors, they're true. The curse is real. My family is not cursed. But Nina, at this rate, you and your family will... Enough. A pause. Cold and sharp tenseness strains the call as both women, exhausted and stressed beyond their comfort, try to stifle their growing frustrations towards one another. Neither yielding to the other's thoughts, only leaving anger and hurt to fester through the silence. Jeez. After what feels like a suffocating stillness, Nina finally sighs heavily and responds bluntly to the caretaker. Excuse me, I need a sip of water. Did I? Oh, good. Okay, let me unmute it. Whew. Look, I don't know what you heard or saw, but I can't just leave things like this. Whoever or whatever they are, they will answer to me. I won't let them have their way. I don't have time wasting my energy on this stupid curse. So, if you can't help me, then so be it. I'll find a way. Nina. My grandfather is all I have left. He is all I have left. Oh shit. Sorry. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, that's creepy. Sorry for the swearing. Oh my god. Diner, 7 a.m. Amid a foggy morning, there sits a man by the corner of a booth. I am having a hard time hearing the music. But... maybe I'll make it a little louder? There. Okay. Amid a foggy... Jeez. Amid a foggy morning, there sits a man by the corner of a booth. Oops! Let me put that away. He drinks black coffee and, depending on his mood, occasionally orders a donut. Yum. And today, it was just black coffee. Ugh. I swear, I've never seen that amount of paperwork in my life. A freaking mountain worth of it. You're a valuable member of our team, Hugo. My foot. I'm starting to believe that I was bamboozled into joining their agency. Hugo Laurent, age 30, takes a good look at his cup of joe and chugs it all in one sitting. He then continues to grumble to himself about last night's grueling work at the office. I really need to find a different job. As he contemplates his poor life choices. Oh, jeez. Oh, that was too real. He looks at... Ah, shoot. Ah, crap. Wait, can I look at the... Nice, okay. As he contemplates his poor life choices, he looks out towards the early mist. There was something inherently terrifying about the fog to him. How it engulfs everything and nothing. Even if it disappears, it always leaves behind traces. Proof of it remaining. Even in a quaint little town like this, I can't even run from my fate, I guess. Hugo finally stares at the compiled newspaper clippings he put together. Some of them from recent events, but mainly all were past headlines of missing person cases. No matter how many times I see this, it's still just as hard to look at. Fixating case after case, he can't help but remind himself that there is a reason for all of this. An all too personal reason. Seeing strange things come with a price. In the end, I'm the only... jeez. Jeez. Forgive me. In the end, I'm the one doing this to myself. Kuya. Okay. Sounds rough. Mind if I join you, Kuya? Mind if I join, Kuya? An annoyingly familiar voice interrupts his train of thought. He slowly looks up to see the one responsible, although reluctantly. Ooh. Good morning, Hugo. Hugo scowls and turns away from him. He then gathers the files and shoves it back into the binder. Meanwhile, the tall man takes this as an initiative and sits at the opposite end of the booth. He greets the waitress passing by and orders himself the hefty body breakfast special with an extra plate. Yum. As usual, the waitress is happy to oblige and goes back to the counter to relay his order. The man then looks back at Hugo. He sees the empty cup and the now jumbled newspaper clippings, all the while Hugo is trying to ignore him. You really should eat something with that black coffee. Oh boy. Not ordering any donuts today? I'm fine, Noah. I'm just not in the mood, okay? Not even a little? There's a momentary silence between them before Noah disturbs it once more. Well, too bad for you. I ordered a big breakfast for the two of us. 2! Ooh, that looks really good. Pancakes, 2 sausage links, 2 strips of bacon, 2 sunny side up eggs, ketchup with tater tots or hash browns, and coffee. Oh my god, I feel hungry. As if the world could grace Noah with an even more perfect punchline, the food arrives. Why the hell did you order for the 2 of us? Just eat what you want to eat. Don't worry about me. Wow. Ooh. Let's see. I am so sorry if I butcher this pronunciation. Mukhang masarap. Right, Hugo? Are you even listening to me? Come on. We both know that if you don't eat now, who knows when you will, and I'm not about to let you faint again. So open wide. Is it Noah de Leon? Or de Leon? No. Just a super American accent, just like, de Leon. I'm guessing it's Noah de Leon. Noah de Leon, age 27, a natural-born charmer is also the only person in the world who lovingly threatens him to eat every day. It's important to eat at least 2 meals a day. Best case scenario 3. With a pensive look, Hugo finally gives in and eats the generous spoonful without further complaints. It's good. Right? Good food will always help cheer you up. Damn him. I got swept away again. Oh, by the way, the chief will be out for a business trip. She mentioned it will be for a couple of days. When did she tell you this? I didn't hear anything about it. Yesterday, I think? Yesterday. She told me to sort out the cabinets yesterday. She didn't mention anything about a business trip. I guess it was a pretty sudden one. Well, I mean, she did tell me to tell you. And lucky me, I know where you go every morning. You know what? I'm not surprised anymore. Well, what do you want to do? We technically have the day off. I'm gonna head back to the office. There's a couple of boxes I didn't get a chance to sort out. Dude, it's so sad. Man. In that case, I'll come with you. Why? You could just rest for the day and pass up this opportunity to get to know you better, Kuya? Quit it. After their enlightening banter, the two of them finish their breakfast, pay for their meals, and head to Hugo's car. Ooh, nice. As Noah opens the door to the passenger seat, he notices a bloodhound sleeping inside. Oh, cute. The big dog stirs at the sound of the car opening and lazily stares at Noah. Ah, I'm sorry, big guy. He then closes the door while trying not to make too much noise to disturb its occupant. Colby. At the sound of his name, his heavy-lidded eyes slowly peek to see who calls for him. It is his one and only partner, his human. Oh, so cute. As if finally realizing who he is or where he is, the old bloodhound stirs up from his sleep, pounces at Hugo, and proceeds to wag his tail uncontrollably. Woof. Good morning again, Colby. Had a nice nap. Colby, 8 years old, Hugo's most faithful and loving partner in crime, has the biggest tendency to just sleep all over the place. Noah, who is witnessing all of this from the back seat, chuckles to himself. He is amazed and slightly defeated at Hugo's sudden surge of energy. Ha! It doesn't matter how many times I try. When it comes to boosting up his mood, no one can beat Colby. Agency, 7:50 a.m. Dang, they ate that breakfast up fast. The three head back to the office. The space is just the same as Hugo left it. A decent, organized mess. To his credit, for the amount of boxes he painstakingly went through, he believes he did a fair job. Albeit, it could have been better. Wow, you really outdid yourself, Hugo. It looks less crowded. Ah, shut it, will you? I said I was gonna get to it. Thanks, boy. Before Hugo could continue to give deserved head pats, he notices someone. A woman stands timidly peering outside from the storefront. She looks a bit frantic and even more restless with her disheveled and ill-fitted clothes, drawing emphasis to her already too visible petite frame. The woman tries to grasp the door handle several times, but stops before she could touch it. Her brows furrow, agitated and distressed about something. So much to the point it is preventing her from just simply reaching out for help. However, when she finally makes eye contact with Hugo, she immediately rushes in. Oh, geez. I'm so sorry. I know that the closed sign is up, but I saw you come in and Are you alright, miss? I need your help. My grandfather, he... Before she can continue explaining, Noah swiftly cuts in front of Hugo and intervenes, in all too practiced manner. It's okay, miss. We'll hear what you have to say. So please, why don't you sit right over there? Noah gestures to one of the empty seats at the other side of the office. The poor woman hesitates for a moment. She clutches desperately to the strap of her purse, her eyes focusing apprehensively on them and at the gesture's seat. After mulling over Noah's offer, she quickly glances back and nods. The woman then walks towards the corner of the room and sits at the edge of the sofa. Her posture is wary and tense, giving no sign of comfort for even this brief moment of peace. Can you start off by telling us your name? I apologize for earlier. I'm usually a bit more composed than this, but I guess I'm failing at that too. My name is Nina Mortimer. Ah, hello, Ms. Nina. My name is Noah de Leon. I am one of the assistants here. That big guy next to you is our other lovely assistant, Colby. And the one brooding over here is Private Investigator Hugo Laurent. I'm not brooding, I'm just tired. And our chief is away on business, but I think we can still accommodate you. So, how can we help, Ms. Nina? For just a moment, Nina appeared a bit more lax, more hopeful, maybe even relieved from this warm welcome. However, she once again tenses up. The guilt and shame come rushing back to her, visible by the crease of her brow as she once again realizes why she is here. I need help watching over my grandfather tonight. Tonight? Yes, I know this is a strange request, but my hands are tied on this. It has to be tonight. I'm sorry, Miss Nina, but I don't quite understand. Is your grandfather in any danger? I think someone is trying to take him away. Oh my god, his eyes. Take him. Miss Nina, I think you should contact the police right away. They are far more equipped at handling this kind of situation. No, they're not. I've tried requesting their help, but they've given me the same answer verbatim for weeks now. They would send someone out to watch over the manor for the entire day, but by the end of their routine, they would always report back nothing unusual. They saw no one else leaving or arriving at the house other than me or the caretaker. And despite telling them all in detail about the letters and all the strange things that's been happening, there's nothing they can do about it, but just sit around until it escalates even more. I can't wait any longer, any more than this, and then it'll all be too late. If only I knew who Louis was. Louis? She lets out a gasp. Her hand shot out to cover her mouth, realizing she had said too much so carelessly. Louis? Huh. Okay. She tries to avoid their gaze, but Hugo stares persistently at her. Ms. Nina, who is Louis? Are they the ones causing all of this? Once more she contemplates. Her brow knits closely together as she bites her lips nervously. It's as if the words she wanted to say have suddenly died out, too heavy to even utter. A mistake she can't take back. Before the silence stretches further, Noah speaks to Nina with a gentle and reassuring tone. Miss Nina, I know it's scary. All the things you've mentioned to us so far, no one should ever have to experience. Especially by themselves. And I assure you, we'll listen to all of it. I promise. Wild and manic eyes search deeply at them, trying desperately to discern any doubt or mistrust on their faces. However, all she sees are people who are willing to give their time to simply listen to her, to actually help her. From this alone, Nina looks to the side where her purse is and opens it. Tucked inside one of the pockets, she takes out a single, slightly crumpled envelope with a pigmented red wax seal pressed in the middle. At a glance, Hugo can tell right away that this letter appears to be a bit more worn out and antique. And yet, despite its delicate form, it remains well preserved, well kept. It's as if the letter itself was untouched by time forever, waiting to be opened. Grandfather has been Grandfather has been receiving cryptic letters for the past month now. The letters didn't come with an address or the name of the sender, but this one is different from the rest. This had the name Louis on it. Okay, interesting. As she hands over the letter, Hugo notices her hand slightly shaking. Nina is still avoiding his gaze, but he knows she is trying in earnest. But before he could reach out his hand, he senses it. Ooh! Whoa! A faint shift in the room, unnoticeable to the others, but all too glaringly clear to him. There is something very wrong with this letter. Suddenly, Hugo recoils his hand away in pain, like being struck with something sharp. Oh my goodness. Why do I not know what so spontaneously, so memorable, that even if the pain disappears within seconds, a hint of it remains. Something so small akin to a prick from a rose's thorn. Or more like a paper cut. Are you alright? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hurt you. No, I'm fine, Miss Mortimer. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Hugo stares squarely at the cut. A thin red line starts to form slowly by the top of his index finger, trailing down and stopping just above the first crease. A red so clearly visible it's taunting. That doesn't look like a normal paper cut to me. Let me get you a band-aid. It's fine, no, I don't need one. But really, it's fine. It doesn't even hurt that much. Noah takes one good look at him before sighing exasperatedly and sitting back down in his chair, still eyeing on Hugo's hand. Hugo shrugs and returns his attention back to the letter, but this time, luckily, nothing happens. For it to reach all the way out here with just a letter alone is truly terrifying. Carefully, he removes the content of the envelope and unfolds it. Okay, I need to go to the bathroom. Sorry to pause at kind of a... Ooh, sorry. Ooh, geez, sorry. Excuse me. Sorry to pause at kind of a climactic moment. I will be right back. Okay, I am back. Let us continue. At first, it looks like any other normal written message. A person named Lewis is asking the other, Henry, to come meet him by the lake at midnight, needing to share something important with him. However, what's eerily striking about this is not the letter itself. Appearing at the bottom of the page, a message scrawled, unlike the rest, stands visibly out to Hugo. Sorry. A message that shouldn't be there. Remember our promise, Henry. Christ. When did you receive this letter? Yesterday. And your grandfather? Where is he right now? He's currently back at the house of a caretaker. I promised them I wouldn't be out for too long. I made an agreement with them, you see. Oh? What sort of agreement? The caretaker we have now agreed to watch over my grandfather, but only during the day. Before nightfall, they would leave exactly at the same time. Before nightfall? I wanted to believe that this whole thing was an elaborate scheme to scare my family away. I know this sounds crazy, but at one point I thought everyone was in on it. The mail carriers, the officers, the caretakers. Everyone had a hand at making our family suffer. But this one was different. Up until now, I've never heard of anyone by that name. Not a relative or family friend. But they clearly know who grandfather is. If I don't do something about this, I'll lose him too. Just by uttering the words alone, Nina begins to break down. Oh, this poor lady. The stress, the anxiety, the fatigue, all of it was finally catching up to her. Dang. I want to give her a hug. Jeez. Poor gal. Her body hunches forward, her hands pressed close to her eyes as she tries to cover the stream of tears running down her face. Aww, the dog. As an act of comfort, Colby sits closer to Nina while Noah fetches tissues for her. Hugo, on the other hand, is puzzled. She said this whole thing has been going on for the past month, but something doesn't add up. And before nightfall, I think there is more to this she is not admitting. Whatever happened with the letter, I am more than certain. Is he monologuing in his head, I think? Certain that whoever or whatever Lewis is, they're coming for blood. I mean... Of course I'll take the case. I get the first bad end by saying, no... Take the case. Do you want more tissues? We'll do it. We'll take on your case. For a moment, everything goes still. Her eyes and attention are solely directed at Hugo, whose eyes have a certain glint to them, now unwavering and more determined than ever. Before anyone else speaks, Nina stands up, wipes away any stray tears from her face, and walks up to him. You'll take it? Hugo simply nods. Thank you. Thank you. You don't know how much this means to me. We're glad to help, Ms. Nina, please just call me Nina. Well, Nina, we'll do our best. Nina smiles at Hugo and Noah in gratitude, her eyes renew with a faint gleam, a hope that maybe things will change for her and her family for the better. However, before heading out, Nina reaches into her bag once more. She takes out a small piece of paper and a pen and hastily starts jotting down something. Maybe I should write this down. Oh, geez, do I have any paper? Guess I'll use this. Sorry. Oh my god. 4970 Church Street. Okay. I best be on my way now. I'll let grandfather know ahead of time you'll be coming. Also, this is my address. I'll be sure to greet you all when you arrive. And thank you again, truly. She politely She politely bows to them and walks out of the office, already reaching into her purse for her car keys. Hugo watches from his desk as she goes to... What is going on today? Oh, sorry. Hugo watches from his desk as she goes to open the driver's seat. Nina looks back at the office window and takes one last look at Hugo. She waves slightly at him before pulling out of the parking lot and driving off. Once out of sight, Hugo turns to look at his cluttered desk. Still messy, but presentable. I guess I'll have to sort these out later again. Car, 5:30 p.m. It's raining. From the ongoing downpour to the quiet hums of the car, they sit in silence. Still miles off their destination, Hugo constantly checks the rearview mirror to see any passing cars. But it was only them on the road. Noah, who usually chats his ear off by now, leans quietly against the car door as he looks out to the passing streetlights, reserved and distant. He hasn't said a word to Hugo since they left the office. Hey, you're a lot quieter than usual. What's wrong? What a surprise. Have you been looking at me, Kuya? No, you idiot. You usually just talk a lot, that's all. So, do you miss me talking? Just say it. Do you believe her story? What? Given all the things she's told us, do you think she is telling the truth? Yes, I believe her. Or, at least, I believe she hasn't lied to us. But you know, I can't shake this feeling that she is hiding something. Oh, yeah. Like, if she left out certain details on purpose. Also, why does she have to travel this far out of town for a private eye? Surely there must have been another far closer to her home than ours. I just don't know how to explain it. As expected of you, Hugo. Are you making fun of me? No, not at all. I'm just admiring your observations. I didn't want to offend Nina earlier, so I kept quiet until she finished. But her last name caught me off guard. Have you heard about the Mortimers? They're a pretty distinguished family that owned an esteemed fishing company. Ooh, okay, alright. The dots are dotting. Well, they used to, I believe. They have yet to name an heir. What do you mean? Shouldn't it naturally go to Nina? It should, but I don't know. From what I heard, each time they try to name a successor, that relative mysteriously disappears. Gone without a trace, or so anyone thought. Their bodies would soon turn up months later. And they would be, like, bloated from drowning, possibly, I'm guessing. And you know what's strange? All of them have been labeled as accidents by local news. No foul play, just another unfortunate loss for the family. They've been struck with so many tragedies that over time, people began to believe they were cursed or something. Cursed. I think I can understand why she wouldn't go to the police again. They most likely thought she was seeing things and went along with the procedures just to keep face. But deep down, they must have thought she had gone mad. I can't imagine all of this from Nina. And most of all, who knows what we'll find there. Is that why you decided to come? Start over? Is that why you decided to come with me? Well, partially. I'm more worried about you, though. Me? Why? Think of it this way. I'm the appointed driver. When you decide to do some... Oh my god. When you decide to do some pretty reckless shit, I'll be there to drive you to the local hospital. Ugh. Besides, 2 is better than 1. Exactly. I was fine with Colby coming with me. Yeah! Well, have you heard that 3 is better than 2? Ugh. Jeez. Mortimer Estate, 6 p.m. Okay. Passing through countless dirt roads and steep cliffs, the estate can be finally seen beyond the evergreen. Nestled away from prying eyes, it stands tall, magnificent, and classic. Truly a rarity only afforded to the privileged. And yet, with all of its opulence, it looms from a distance. Their faces. Hugo and Noah could only gaze at the sheer scale of the manor. Its grand stature topples easily over the dozens of houses they drove past. Wow, look at the size of it. I could never imagine seeing a house like this in person. It's almost too surreal. Come on, she's waiting for us. Oh! Immediately after exiting the driver's seat, a sudden sharp pain weighs heavy on Hugo's chest. Grasping tightly at his coat, he begins to gasp for air. His vision hazes as he leans close to the car, trying desperately to ground himself. Ooh. Like a fish drawn out of the sea, he desperately heaves. The air in his lungs escaping too quickly burns as he feels his throat start to strain, drawing tighter the more he breathes. Oh my god. But this pain pales in comparison to a feeling far more excruciating. Is it the house? No, something far more sinister. He feels it. Someone is watching him. A piercing gaze fixed on him, like leering at a bug and waiting to strike. We'll be together soon, Henry. Is he like... Is Lou... I'm gonna just throw some predictions in it. Is like Louis like possibly the scorned lover of Henry, which is the grandpa? What the hell? Damn it, already? I need to hurry or else... Hey, are you alright? Noah calls out to him, snapping him out of his fixated trance. Oh, doggy. Colby nudges his head against Hugo, whining with concern over his partner's well-being. Did you hear that just now? Hear what? That voice. It was so close to my ear, Oh. Speak of the devil. Is everything alright? Oh, I'm fine. Don't mind me. I'm just a bit winded from the trip, that's all. I'd be happy to make you tea at the very least. If it's no trouble. No, not at all. Excuse me, let me take another sip of water. Hoo-wee. Okay. I am back. It's the least I can do. Once again, this subtle uneasiness from Nina surfaces. But before Hugo can get a chance to look further into it, she walked off towards the front porch without saying another word. Are you sure you're alright? You sounded like you were choking earlier. I said I'm fine. Besides, we're already here. We can't back out now. Listen to me. I think you should... Noah abruptly cuts his lecture short as he notices Nina stopping by the front door. What? Wait, what? Are those statues or are they, like spirit silhouettes? She stands by the door silently, contemplating something. It's just like before, but this time she seems even more anxious. Whatever unease she tried to mask earlier became more apparent the minute they walked closer to the front door. I haven't been quite honest with you, Detective. Oh, Nellie. Just like before, as if carefully choosing her next words, she decides that in this situation, words are not enough. You'll see for yourselves what I mean. And with that, Nina enters the house, leaving the three to follow behind. Hugo is about to enter through the foyer when he feels a tug on his arm. Don't forget what I told you. If something happens, let me know right away. You'll be the first to know. And with that, Noah releases his grip on Hugo. They proceed to head in, not knowing what awaits them beyond the door. Okay. Greeted with a brightly lit hallway, Hugo notes immediately that the interior is just as grand. Adorned with floral accents and antique furnishings, the house itself exudes the word elegance. A classic and rustic charm with the walls and floorings made from the finest wood. Hugo couldn't help but gape when he walked in. However, he notices something even more distinct than the splendor. Behind the seemingly perfect veneer, an unsettling air reaves throughout the house, leaving no room for doubt that the inside is far more terrifying than the outside. Please come this way. Grandpa? Bracing themselves, they enter the dimly lit drawing room. At first glance, Hugo could not discern the silhouette situated at the far corner. Only the sparse lighting from the window pierces through a fraction of the room's darkness. However, as they approach closer to the silhouette, Hugo now understands the reason for all of Nina's unsettling vagueness. Grandfather, we have guests. Whoa, wait, what? Huh? That's not an old man. Well, I mean, he looks quite handsome, but this is... Whoa, why do I feel so unsettled? Sitting on the armchair is a very young man, not much older than Hugo or Noah. He is dressed modestly and shares none of the imposing presence of the manor. No, rather, such luxury does not even remotely reflect on the man before them at all. It's as if the flow of time had stopped only for him, while the rest had continued changing drastically without him. Just like the letter, timeless, delicate, and jarringly out of place. Staring only at the window, the young man sits there dazed with little acknowledgement of the people around him. still, motionless, like a doll. Grandpa, these are the people I spoke of. This is Detective Laurent and his 2 assistants, Colby and Noah. They're going to help us. Henry. Okay. Henry Mortimer. Even after introducing them to the head of the Mortimer estate, Hugo and Noah could not help but feel unnerved. Oh my god. The man before them is supposed to be frail and older than any of them. And yet, here he remains, forever unchanging, forever young. They've come a long way, so I'll be making some tea. Would you also like some, Grandpa? He does not reply back, nor does he glance at Nina or anyone else in the room. Only fixates his gaze on the rain, nothing else. I'll be sure to make a cup for you too. She then timidly glances. She then timidly gestures to Hugo and Noah back to the foyer. Bearing more questions, the 2 follow Nina outside. But before they leave the drawing room, Hugo takes one last look at the young man. There is an all too familiar air about Henry Mortimer. Oh yeah, he had a green. Ooh. Is he related to them? Maybe they're like distant cousins or something? He and Mina, I mean. His eyes, they're similar to his own. Whatever he must be longing for, Hugo knows it will never end well. Oh? Like struck a deal with the devil or something? Nina. That man. Yes, he's my grandfather, the one I asked you all to watch over. I know this is hard to believe, but... Nina draws something out from her pocket. Oh my god, another thing. Oh. Okay, is it the same guy? It's an old picture of a handsome man with slick-backed hair, wearing the finest of suits. The gentleman in the picture has a different air to him. Oh, is this Louis? One of wealth and power, none of which reflects at all on the current Henry Mortimer. It's almost as if looking at 2 different people. What? Oh, wait. Is this like a possession thing? Is Henry Gramps? Is Gramps, he took on the appearance of Louis, but the picture of the guy with the slicked back hair is what he actually looks like? Question mark? Huh. This isn't much to go by, but believe me, they are the same person. Then why does he look so young? It happened a few nights ago. I was on my way to get a cup of water when I heard a loud thud coming from my grandfather's room. I was worried that something fell over, so I went to go check. When I opened the door, I found him collapsed on the ground. I rushed to help him up, but when I did, he looked so different. He wore the same clothes that my grandpa wore that night. And his face. I recognized his face. He looked younger. So many things were rushing through my head at that moment, and yet I knew he felt familiar to me. Oh, am I right? I know it sounds bizarre the more I talk about it, but that's what happened. That was also the same night I found that letter. Oops. Give me a sec. That was also the same night I found that letter. It was next to him, already opened. I'm sorry again for all of this. No matter who I went to, they either said something was wrong with me or my family. With everything going on, maybe they're right. The pools of water, the letters, Louis, now this. I've been ignoring the signs for years and just blindly hoping things could get better if I try finding solutions on my own. But that's not enough anymore. Maybe my family is really No, they're not. Curses aren't real. Detective? I think we easily get too involved in believing that sort of thing exists. In truth, the ones who fixate on it make it their reality. Rumors, doubts, lies, all of those things are what they want to become real. Deep-rooted emotions like that can't possibly be healed or fixed right away. But like a curse, those emotions drag other people down with them. Personally, I think you were caught up in all of this. But I assure you, we'll see this through. For you and Mr. Mortimer. Thank you. Good. Now, our first priority is to find out more about Lewis. Nina, the letter you showed us at the oh my gosh. Nina, the letter you showed us back at the agency. Do you have it with you? Yes, it's here. Do you mind if I borrow it for a bit? I'll be sure to give it back. Of course, but what are you going to do with it? I've searched everything on that letter and I still couldn't come up with clues. I'll be using it as a reference or a guide, if you will. I'm afraid I can't discuss too much of the process. Trade secret and all. Of course. I'll check upstairs. Noah, you and Colby check the ground floor. Got it. Before they leave to do their own investigations, Hugo grabs a hold of Noah's shoulder. He leans in, close enough for Nina to not hear. Keep a close eye on Mr. Mortimer and Nina. Especially Nina. I don't want her to be dragged any more than she already is. So whatever happens, keep her safe. Hugo, you... Fine, but remember, yell for me, okay? I know. Thank you, Noah. I'm counting on you. You too, boy. With a final nod at them, Hugo then goes towards the staircase and heads upstairs. Noah stares for a moment longer at Hugo's back before he disappears into the first floor. He then turns to look at Colby. Well, it's time we get to work. Right, Colby? Investigation start. Objective is to look around the area for objects to proceed the story. Use the arrows or the arrow keys to move to a different area. Outlines will appear on a clickable object. On the top right is the hit button. Click it will highlight an object you missed. You Kai? Awesome. Whoa. Doggy. Okay. Gramps. Mr. Mortimer still sits motionless by the corner of the room, his gaze never leaving the rain. Okay. A lot of the paintings have covers on them. Nothing here, it seems. Flower. A delicate arrangement of violets and white roses. They seem to be fresh and fairly new. Right? Phone. An old rotary dial telephone. It looks like it's still in good use. Shelf. A large bookshelf stands close to the entranceway. It contains a couple of photo albums and a few phone books. Okay. I can't go in the room of Gramps. Oh, there we go. Frames decorating the walls are covered in white sheets, veiled with a thin lining of dust on top of each one. Wow, there are so many paintings covering the walls. Are there more like this all over the house? Yes, my grandfather commissioned many back in the day. But sadly, he doesn't do that anymore. Nina, I can't help but notice the paintings are covered. How come? I did that. I covered them up for my grandfather's sake. For his sake? Yes, he was pretty obsessed with them, you see. There were times when he would mutter to himself and would just stare at the paintings for days on end. It worried me so much that I had to cover them all. Since then, he hasn't stared at any of them. He just sits quietly, looking outside. I see. About the paintings, I also noticed they all have a similar theme. They all had water in them. I know this isn't a coincidence since you've told us before, but if there's anything you know, anything at all, then please tell me. Noah, can I ask you a question first? Sure, go ahead. Whoa, okay. Is Lewis scorned mermaid lover? Oh boy. That's trouble. Do you believe in mermaids? Mermaids? I don't suppose I do. Why? Casting her gaze to the floor, Nina anxiously fidgets and tightly clasps her hands together. She then briefly sighs and continues. Well, there's this story, or rather, more like a fairy tale that my family has passed down. A fairy tale? Yes, well, it feels like one to me. It was about a fisherman who fell in love with a mermaid. Every day and night he would go out by the shore to gaze at her beauty, but one day she vanished, leaving him confused and heartbroken. Determined, he would sail many seas for a chance to see her again. Sailing from coast to coast, new lands beyond and back, he would go. Not long after, fortune followed him all throughout his journey and made him one of the wealthiest and most highly respected in his village. However, despite all the wealth he gained through his travels, he never found the mermaid again. She would only be a dream, nothing more. And that's the end of the story. It doesn't end happily, but I guess there was a lesson behind all of it. I just never understood it. What do you think happened to the mermaid? I know it's an exaggeration, and yet I can't help but wonder. It's hard to say. I just feel bad for both of them. To be honest with you, I'm not a fan of sad endings. If it were me, I would wish the fisherman and the mermaid could see each other again. Or at least, that's what I think. Even if they weren't meant to be with each other? Yeah, I think so at least. I wouldn't want to imagine going through a journey all by myself. It's hard being alone. A journey all by yourself. Mortimer Estate, 11:30 p.m. Oh boy. Oof. Oh boy. It's gonna get spooky from here, I'm guessing. After searching vigorously through each of the rooms, he knew his findings would eventually lead him here. Ooh. The master bedroom. This is it. Whew. Thank God the light works. Hugo walks towards the nearest lampshade and switches it on. Okay. Dimly illuminated, he sees the extent of how lavish this part of the house is. From the customized window drapes to the vintage furnishings, everything here exudes that extravagance. But much like the interior Hugo has seen so far, he finds this one in particular reeks of it. Plastered from wall to wall, a gloom lingers. It's as if the room itself is moldering, despite its preserved nature. Okay. Investigation time. Covered painting. Okay, chest. A classic wooden chest lies at the foot of the canopy bed. Its lock still firmly holds, safeguarding whatever is inside. Okay. Bookshelf. A meticulously organized set of academic books, ranging from nonfiction to geography, are all on display. However, hidden away behind a vast collection are some children's fairy tales, all carefully kept. Okay. Mirror. Yeah, scattered papers. Oh, the book. A leather-bound journal rests on the edge of the table. Its pages are torn out so haphazardly that the binding itself is starting to fall out. I can't look at it? Okay. Scattered pieces of paper, all forgotten, lie waiting on the cold floor. Heavily etched markings are found scrawled all over the papers. Picture. Painting. Okay, let me take another sip of water. Okay. Fireplace. Painting. Photo. Oh, that's cute. An old photo of a lost time, a sweet summertime memory of a little girl with her beloved grandfather. And a painting. Atop the fireplace, unblemished and unmarked by time, hangs a curious and familiar painting of a beautiful woman floating on water. Let me get to see the... Oh, the tea? Tea set? A pristine pearl white tea set sits patiently by, untouched and unused for quite some time. I need to hurry. I don't want to stay here for too long. Mortimer Estate, 11:50 p.m. He searches and searches, and still there is no sign of Lewis. To Hugo, even if there is a fragment, a singular thread to that person, to their real selves, he could find them. But there is nothing. Oh, let me put this. Not one thing pertaining to him. It's as if the thoughts of Lewis barely exist at all. Excuse me, goodness. Hopefully that didn't pick up. Whew. What's going on? I clearly sensed that presence from before, but it's gone again. Damn it! I wish I had more time. No, calm down. It has to be here. I just need to focus. He ponders again, retracing every step and every little detail, hoping that he overlooks something. Yet, all he knows is that the one tangible thing that connects him, that tethers so closely to this space, and most of all to Henry, is the letter. Where's a promise of love, all delicately etched onto a page, but tainted with a powerful and dark emotion that has been festering for too long. Tainted. From the very start of all of this, Hugo believed that whoever Lewis was, they were the ones responsible. He thought he could find them and convince them to stop their haunting for good, to bring them peace and to move on. However, that isn't the case anymore. The unnatural force that binds everyone so closely together in this family is not the cause of an angry spirit. No, it's something far more devious than that. So is the grandpa also at fault in this too, of course? As he takes the letter out from the envelope, he notices a change within. Oh? Bearing no foreboding threat at the bottom of the page, it looks just like a regular letter. Or rather, what it once was. A sad and tragic love. Oh. If you can't come, then I understand. Things have gotten more complicated with your mother ever since she found out about us, right? I'm sorry, Henry. For everything. It hurts to see you so torn up like this. I would never hurt you or drag you along with me. If this is to be our farewell, then can I ask you one last favor? Could you keep my locket? I know this is selfish of me, but I'd like for you to have it. I'd be happy to know it's safe with you. My heart will be forever yours. My heart will forever be yours, Henry. With love always, Lewis. I knew it. So this was the true letter. A small warmth emanates from the paper, wrapping closely around his fingers, quiet and soothing. The fragment Hugo was searching for. Lewis, I'm sorry. You were also a victim in all of this too. Please, if you can help, Please, if you can hear me, I need your help. Ooh. Without warning, the sound of a click can be heard across the bedroom. Ooh, is the chest open? As if something unlocked itself. Okay, cool. I thought I would have to find a key. Hugo turns his head towards the sound and sees his chest. Unlike the other furniture, its dark and rustic features have not been maintained well, left to rot on its own. Ooh. Suddenly he stops at the sound of a voice, a sweet voice whispering to him, beckoning him towards the fireplace. Come here, my dear sweet boy. Wait, no, I don't want a quick save. Wait, no. No. Save. Okay. Go to the painting. Oh, Ophelia. The painting of drowning Ophelia. There, mounted by the fireplace, is a painting of a beautiful woman floating on water. Her pale skin is incandescent, brilliantly prominent against the contrast of the dark, murky waters that keep her hidden. Keep her bound to the canvas. Hugo stares intensely at the picture. An emphatic sorrow swells within him, disarming his very senses and forcing him to inch closer. Oh boy. Wait! Oh man, did I mess up? Surrendering himself to the sweet song. Poor thing. How lonely you must feel. You are a lot like him. Like Henry. Oh crap. Oh crap. As Hugo approaches closer and closer to the painting, and his mind screaming to run, he sees it. He can finally see beyond the facade the lady portrays, for what the painting truly is. But don't worry. I can take away that sadness. Oh. A deformed creature, a mermaid, floats above the surface. A voice whispers. Oh, large hollow eyes stare back, boring deeply into his eyes. Her skin is melting, bleeding heavily this black ichor as it gushes out from the canvas. Some of it starts to hit not only the floor, but at Hugo as well. The black, viscous tar clings persistently onto him, unrelentless as they continue to pile up, and then he feels it. What drew him initially to this thing? A deep sense of longing rushes through him, snuffing out what little control he had left. Oh my god, I messed up. Finally embracing this nature. To come home. Take my hand. No! Oh crap, I need to start over again. Without hesitation, Hugo reaches out his hand while his body leans in closer to the mermaid. She grabs and pulls him in. Oh no. Not once looking back, he dives and follows after her, returning to nothing. Bad ending beyond the painting. Okay. Ah, boy, okay. Let me not do that. Don't go to the painting. No, stay focused, Hugo. I won't let it get to me. Preparing himself, he heads towards the chest and opens it. Inside, scrambled together are bunches of notebooks and small trinkets. Hugo continues to rummage through when he stumbles across an old newspaper article. Oh, wait, is this Lewis? Young man found dead by the lake. Wait, let me put this here. An unidentified young man was found on the morning of XXXXXXX, 3 days prior to his death, according to police. Ruled as a suicide, police have claimed that the troubled youth drowned himself. This certainly is a tragic loss, an unfortunate event indeed. X comments. No claim of his body has been made yet. Lewis. By the corner of Hugo's eye, he spots a bright glint buried beneath the clutter. He reaches for it. Is it the locket? Yeah. A locket of brilliant gold shines unblemished, retaining a timeless luster. Inside it safeguards a picture of a young man with glasses, smiling brightly. Oh, so he does have glasses. This must be the locket that he was talking about. It's so pretty. I'm surprised it still shines like this. And this picture, did he put it? Did he put this here? No, it might have been Henry. But why would he store it away like this? What should I do? Take the locket, I'm assuming. Take the locket? I should probably hold on to this for now. Take it to him, please. Lewis! A gentle but distant plea echoes in Hugo's heart. A forgotten ache of yearning and regret grips him deeply. Feelings not of his own start to rise like small ripples on a pond. Wanting to be found again and remembered. Don't worry, I'll bring it to him. I'll make sure of it. Oh, we gotta leave. We gotta go. Hugo is about to put everything back into the chest when he feels a wet and cold sensation crawling up his leg. What? Water. A pool of water relentlessly spreads across the floor, already seeping into the chest. Damn it, no! Oh my god. Suddenly the light shut off. A scream is heard, followed by a myriad of shouts. Hugo is about to call out to Noah, but stops at the sight of pale feet before him. Oh my god, no! At the sight of... Oh man, why is this so scary? What? Jeez. Looming over him stands a tall and ominous figure. His face is shrouded in complete darkness, devoid of any human emotion. It appears as a young man, but Hugo knows that it's far from it. No, this very thing is trying to imitate a human form, trying to be human. Hugo could only stare back. Paralyzed with fear, he is forced to watch the horror as it slowly creeps towards him. Can we, move? Unless the door is locked? It's just like before, the sensation of someone staring at him from within. But this time it's... Oh god, oh god, oh god. But this time it's drawing nearer, hinching ever so closely. The words to call out to Colby or Noah fail to reach out. Lodged in his throat, he struggles in pain. With his breathing shallow, he tries to force his body to move. And then it stops. Looking down at Hugo, filled with nothing but malice and contempt, it speaks. Oh gosh, don't get in my way. All of a sudden, the door to the bedroom slams shut and the entity disappears. The tension of his body finally... Oh god, we're locked in a room, I think. The tension from his body finally releases its agonizing grip, and he gasps desperately for air. His vision blurs and his breathing is haggard. He staggers towards the door. He yanks at the handle several times, but it's tightly jammed. Fuck! Noah! Colby! To his dismay, he is only greeted with silence at the other end of the door. Damn it! Colby! From a distance, he faintly hears the sound of Colby's relentless barking as it gets further away from the house. Hugo rushes towards the window. He tries to pry it open, but just like the door, a heavy force prevents him from doing so. Like being underwater, his movements slow and drawn out, as if being dragged down by that thing. Fuck this! Frantically looking around the room, he spots a nearby chair. Without a moment sooner, Hugo grabs a chair and starts to strike the window. Yeah, oh my god. Bit by bit, the window cracks get larger with each blow, splitting off smaller pieces. What the hell is this thing made of? Still trying to catch his breath, he musters all the strength he has left for a final blow. Damn you! Just break already! Oh my god! Clearing out the remaining glass shards, Hugo peers his head out to see any railing he can grab hold of. However, he discovers that the wall adjacent is covered in ivy. Despite how heavy the rain has drastically become, he reaches out for it, grabbing a handful of the vines. Carefully, he climbs out the window, gripping tightly and making sure he doesn't lose his footing. Yet, to his luck, the patch of vines he clutches start to tear away from the wall. Oh no! Out of desperation, he struggles to find his grip on another, but fails when his hand slips out of reach. Shit! Clamoring wildly as he loses grip on the ivy, he crash lands down onto a thicket of bushes. Oh, thank goodness! I was about to say bushes. At least cut his fall. Air forced out of him, he heaves uncontrollably, trying to even out his breathing. But even that is laborious. An immense pain spreads across not only his back, but his entire body. Ooh. Oh boy. God, I'm getting too old for this. He's probably not even that old. He's probably in like his 30s. Although his body screams out in pain, he forces himself up. Phew. Good God. There's still time. I can do this. I have to do this. With staggering feet and haggard breathing, he makes his way to the place where it all started. To the lake, where this tragedy starts and ends. Oh, we're not going into the house? Lake. Unknown time. Ooh. Oh boy. Finally entering through the park, Hugo calls out to Colby and Noah. Colby! Noah! Where are you? He hears faintly the sounds of barking and echoes of people yelling in the distance. He rushes towards the echoes, guiding him through the downpour. With his heart racing and blood rushing to his head, he finds his way to the lake. Drawing closer, he sees Mina giving chase to her grandfather. Oh, shoot. Unfortunately, he doesn't get too far as Noah stops her. Grandpa, stop! Grandpa! Let me go! My grandpa, he's... No, Nina, it's dangerous. You'll get hurt too. I don't care. I don't want to lose anyone anymore. Oh. It's at that instant Hugo trudges against the water, pursuing in Nina's stead. Hugo! No, don't. Please fall deaf to his ears. Not even the whines and worried cries of his partner could make him turn back. Oh my god. Determined, he forges ahead. Nearing the deep end of the lake, he sees Henry Mortimer gazing directly at the abyss. He looks even more frail and disheveled than before. It's as if all the life he's lived up unto at this point has begun to fray, draining every ounce of himself and surrendering it all to this lake. Before Henry could lean in, Hugo reaches out and tugs at his arm. Mr. Mortimer, listen to me. Nothing is waiting for you down there, so please, come back to the shore with me. Motionless and unresponsive, he stares deeply into the water. The haze over his eyes is still obscure and persistent. There are so many things we cannot afford to lose in our lives, and you're one of them. To Nina, you're all she has left. She needs you, Mr. Mortimer. Hugo felt it, a slight jolt from Henry's arm, as if stirred by the mention of Nina. Oh my goodness. He slowly turns to face Hugo. Nina. However, just as cruel and violent as a storm, Henry jerks back, wrenching his arm away from Hugo's hold on him. No, all of this is my fault. If only I got to Lewis sooner, then none of this would have happened. He was waiting for me, was patient with me. And yet for all the things he's done, I chose my family over him. He's gone because I didn't pick him. Henry backs further away from the shoreline. Mr. Mortimer! His manic eyes never straying away from Hugo as he keeps his distance from him. Lewis, I'm sorry. I was the one who dragged you into this. You deserve so much more. And I wished... Henry struggles over his words. He clasps tightly to his shirt, his throat dry and taut from all that he has bottled up. From all those repressed and silent years of just waiting for this curse to finally take him. I wish I had gone with you that night, Lewis. Sir, even if you still coveted that wish, it wouldn't resolve anything. Not for you or Lewis. I've read what he wrote to you, though, all those years ago. He understood if you didn't want to come see him. But the thing is, Mr. Mortimer, Lewis never thought anything less of you. He said so in his letters to you. His letters. For the longest time, I wanted to believe he hated me for that. Resented me for that choice. Or at least, I thought it was easier for me to think that way. How long has it been since I talked about him? It's been too long, sir. And that's why you don't have to shoulder all of that pain by yourself anymore. We can talk about it. About you and Lewis. All of it. Together. His eye color changed. Hugo extends not only his hand to him, but a promise. A promise that Henry had yearned for so long. A way to forgive himself. He hesitates at first. What fool believes in a deserved forgiveness? Such a thing doesn't exist. And yet, despite everything, Hugo still reaches out to him. To a stranger. Maybe he can be forgiven. Oh shoot. Just as he was about to reach out for Hugo, a hand slithers around Henry's instead. Oh no. His arms unnaturally contort around him, while its head perches on his shoulder. This thing, this Lewis, is no longer pretending to be human. With piercing cold green eyes, it glares directly at Hugo, mocking him, cursing him, wishing nothing but despair. Shoot, we can be saved. We can be forgiven. There is only one true way out of this. I will share with you the most happiest of endings. Oh gosh. Before Hugo could reach out for Henry's hand, he disappears into the water. Mr. Mortimer! Without hearing the anguished cries and desperate pleas, Hugo dives after him, into the abyss. Ooh. Plunging into icy waters, Hugo feels shock running rampant throughout his body, like spikes continuously piercing from his legs to the tips of his fingers. Fiercely and unyielding, his chest tightens and his heart races as he begins to kick his legs, hoping whichever way he goes will find his way to Henry. Swimming deeper and deeper in, he sees faintly a figure slowly descending into the darkness. And as he finally gets closer to Henry, long snake-like arms stretch across the void and grab Hugo's neck, violently squeezing all the air out of him. Oof! He tries desperately to wrench its hands away. But with each struggle, Hugo's movements begin to weigh heavier and heavier. Lewis. Where are you, Lewis? Oh, excuse me. Oh my god. It's looking for Lewis? Digging deep into his coat's pocket, he grasps tightly in his hand the locket that Henry kept and had long forgotten, holding it out as it shines ever so brightly in the dark. There you are. It releases its grip on Hugo and instead reaches out for the locket. Taking this as a chance, he drops the chain and kicks with all of his might to grab Henry's arm. With its heart and body screaming in pain, he swims desperately to the surface. Almost there. I just have to. As the light from the surface begins to blur, Hugo takes one last attempt to reach for it. With his limbs worn out and his energy spent, this is all he can do. Before he loses his consciousness, he notices a figure swimming towards them, getting closer and closer, and then everything fades to black. Drifting along with what feels like an endless sea, Hugo courses through wave after wave, not knowing where he's going or caring for that matter. All he knows is that he's very, very tired. How long has it been since he had a good night's rest? It's been too long. Maybe I should take that rest now. I'd like that so much. I agree that you deserve it, but not here. I'm sorry for startling you. I just wanted to see you one last time before I go. Lewis! You've done so much for me and Henry. I can't thank you enough. No worries. I want to thank you too for watching over me. And also, I want to apologize for my remarks from before. I really thought that I had things figured out once I found you, but you know how that turned out for me. It's alright, really. After all this time, I didn't think anyone could hear me. Especially Henry, Lewis. I was worried about him for a long time. He always wanted to keep me away from his personal struggles, to keep me safe from them. But I was too stubborn for my own good. Honestly, I don't regret it. Any of it. Even if I could no longer reach out to Henry. Fate weaved its thread back to you, our tangent, connecting us once more to this very moment. For that, I am forever grateful to you, Hugo. You're welcome, Lewis. From a far-off distance, Hugo hears a voice crying out to him, beckoning for him to return. Well, they're waiting for you. I guess they really are, huh? Take care always, Lewis. Crab, sorry. Take care always, Hugo. You too, Lewis. Blake. With his eyes closed and his senses still returning, he feels the constant tugs and licks of a certain bloodhound. Aw, our poor baby. He's worried. Whining as he tries to wake up his partner. Hugo! He also hears another familiar voice, too annoyingly close for comfort. Eyes shot right open, he jerks up. Confused, Hugo looks around before he coughs up the remaining water in his lungs. Are you alright? Oh, crap. I skipped something. Oh, no. Actually, no. Okay. I'll go to the bathroom again. I'll be right back. Ooh, okay, I am back. I also grabbed a quick little snack. Got a cookie. Alright, where were we? Excuse me. Goodness. Alright. I am not hearing any audio. Maybe it's supposed to be silent on purpose? Oh, crap. Oh, wait. Noah starts to pat his back while Colby continues to whine over Hugo. What happened? Where's Mr. Mortimer? He's safe. So is Nina. They're both okay. The police and the ambulance should be arriving soon. Thank goodness. Isn't there more you have to say to me? Instead of, thank goodness. I swear you don't listen to a damn word I say. I'm sorry, Noah. Exhausted, he lets out a sigh. He then continues to pat Hugo's back aggressively when someone approaches them. Oh! Louis? Oh. Nina. Detective Laurent? Laurent? Oh, Nina. There's someone I want you to meet. Grandpa! Oh, wow. Behind her stands an elderly man. Frail in stature, he timidly looks to the side pensively as he ponders to himself. Although his youth has long faded, his eyes are what catches Hugo's attention. They're no longer a piercing and vicious scream. Only eyes just like Nina's. Excuse me. Oh my god. Hello, Mr. Mortimer. Detective. I never got the chance to say goodbye to him. I always thought about it every day. What if Louis lived on in this world? What if he stayed a little longer with me? It's because of that constant mindset I dragged everyone down. And I kept hurting not only me, but Nina especially. I was the one who kept hurting her, the one to blame for all of this. But you, someone that I've never met, still went out of your way to save me. Not knowing my burdens or my faults. Thank you. Hugo reaches out to Henry and smiles brightly at him. It's my pleasure, sir. But before he lets go, Henry tugs at Hugo's hands one last time. Oh, I hope that someday you too will overcome it. Oh. Interesting. The next day, 8 a.m. Well, good morning, Hugo. You're bright and early. Morning. With much fervor and haste, Hugo resumes writing on his notepad. Although by closer inspection, he looks like he's going to combust any minute. Are you writing up the report? Without looking up, Hugo responds back. Yeah, for the most part. You still need to write yours, too. I will, but since I haven't had breakfast yet, and I don't like eating by myself. Yum. Man, I could use some hash browns or tater tots. Let me guess. 2 is better than 1. Bingo. Wow, Hugo, you're really catching on. I'm so proud of you. Shut it, will you? I swear, if only I hadn't fallen off from the goddamn window. Sorry, that wouldn't be funny. You could have broken some bones. Or whatever. I swear, if only I hadn't fallen off from the goddamn window, maybe my report would have been shorter. Before Noah could begin to cut the bacon, he pauses at the mention of Hugo's report. Oh yeah, by the way, mind telling me what happened to the Mortimer's window? I broke it. Well, that's obvious to me. What I don't understand is, why is it broken? Do you know how much it costs to repair a window like that? I know. It was really dumb of me. I'm sorry. Besides, I told Mr. Mortimer about it before we left. Oh my god. Honestly, I was expecting an earful from him. And also the bill. And, surprisingly enough, he said it was okay. Lucky us, right? So what? You just called it a day after all of that? Thank you so much, Mr. Mortimer. You broke it, you pay for it. Would you chill? Of course I'll pay for it. But each time I kept insisting, he just shrugged it off. Said that we already went through a lot for them, so this was nothing in comparison. You know what? He's right. After all that we went through, we deserve at least a nap. I think you guys deserve monetary compensation, like a lot of it. But before he could walk away, he stops and sees a familiar person walking towards the storefront. Nina? Carrying something with her. Good morning, you two. Oh, doggy. Just barely a foot through the door, a certain bloodhound stirs up from his resting spot and makes his way towards Nina, tail uncontrollably wagging. Ah! Good morning to you too, Colby. Nina scratches behind one of Colby's ears, making his right foot unconsciously move on its own, scratching an invisible but desirable spot for him. Good morning, Miss Nina. Morning. What brings you here this time around? Is everything alright with your grandfather? Yes, he's doing pretty well, actually. Even better than before. We talked so much last night, I hardly slept at all. And honestly, it's been a while since I last spoke to him so freely like that. I hardly felt tired at all. That's wonderful to hear. But there's something else I wanted to ask the both of you for. To put it bluntly, I need your help. If you two aren't busy, I would like some company eating these. Oh my god, I was like, another case already? Inside a clear plastic bag are a stack of 2 boxes placed on top of one another. Breakfast? Oh, donuts. She opens the box on top and reveals a colorful array of neatly decorated donuts all lined up perfectly. No cramped or squished spaces. A work of art in Hugo's eyes. Wow, so pretty. Donuts! They look so delicious! We're more than happy to eat these with you, Nina. There he goes again with his donuts. But yes, please join us, Miss Nina. We're about to have our breakfast too. Aren't we, Kuya? Always so brazen in front of others. You do make it exceptionally easy for me. You both have such great chemistry with each other. On second thought, I'm way too tired for this. I'm going to have to apologize in advance for this, Nina. But truthfully, I've been running on last night's coffee and I'm about to pass out any minute now. No worries. Honestly, I think a little break time sounds like what we all need right now. Thanks. Hugo puts down his pen and proceeds to head for the couch. Dang, he needs to eat something. Colby follows after him. Would you like to join us, Miss Nina? I would love to. I guess we save these for later then? Yes, please do. Now come on, snap time. Noah sighs heavily before setting down the food on his desk. He then gestures Nina towards the sofa, in which she happily takes his offer and joins them. Oh, this is so cute! Oh, I love this art. Ugh, I'm getting old. I mean, you are old. Shut it. This is really nice. Aw, good boy, Colby. Come here. Nina quietly coos at him and begins to scratch at the back of Colby's ears once more. Hugo leans a little closer to Noah, his voice above a whisper, but close enough for Noah to only hear him. You know, I'm glad that you came along yesterday. Oh, what's this? Are you getting chummy with me now? Call it chummy or whatever, but I really mean it. If you hadn't saved us back there. Look, I told you before. I'll be there whenever you get yourself into reckless shit. Besides, didn't you say this was nap time? Get some rest. You deserved it. You too. Calming silence fills the room as they bask under the morning glow. No big parties or celebrations. Just each other's company and sharing this small reward. A small and warm comfort. Good end. Case closed. Yay! Awesome! That's it? Wow. That was really nice. I really enjoyed that. Break room. What's in here? Like, this is the extra stuff. Wait, what's this? There's two missing things. Where it all begins. Huh. Okay. So maybe I need to get the other endings to get these two things. I wonder if there's a guide. I'm gonna check Studio Clump's itch page. Let's see, Studio. Maybe they have a guide available. Wait, I could pet Colby? I never got to pet the dog. Dang it. Darn. Okay. Let's see. Well, I could probably play that on my own time, off stream. Let's see. Updated animations, story, author's notes. Author's notes. Achievements. Okay, what are the other... Let me see the Steam page. Pull strings. A mermaid's tale in the dead of night? Wait, what happens? Okay, so I need pulling strings. Do I just like say no? Oh my gosh. Wait. Reject the case. Okay. Hugo casts his face downward to stare directly at the ground in front of him, unable to look at Mina. The burden, the solitude, the madness. Hugo knows all of it too intimately. He suffers the same conflicts that weigh heavily on her mind. And yet, in spite of this, it is too much for him. Like walking along a tightrope, with the ground void and unclear, vast and empty and dark. So very, very dark. No. I can still do it. We can still do this. Oh, before he could respond, a distant voice so charming, so terribly commanding, binds him at the spot. What? It's already too late for them, you know. No, not here. A dull, but yet distinct pulsating sound, so rhythmic in its tune, starts its maddening melody. From the top of his crown down to the base of his skull, he feels it, all present and daunting. Just let go. Let me help you. No, I can do it. If you just let me... Snake-like hand... Oh, it's the entity thing. Snake-like hands wrap around his head so closely, squeezing ever so tightly, that he can't help but try to shut his eyes from the pain. Such a kind person you are, Hugo. Hugo tries to ground himself. He tries to remind himself to breathe. A sweet and beloved friend. To remember there are other people that care for him. The joy and warmth of their company. I wish you could have done the same for me. To remember that he is here and present. That he is... Excuse me. Useless. Ooh. Hugo. Hey, what's wrong? Tugging at Hugo's coat, Noah tries to catch his attention but fails as he notices something amiss. Hugo? Ooh. There is a despondent look on Hugo's face, his eyes distinctly shrouded by a deep haze as if lost in them. He won't budge. No matter how many times Noah tries to tug or shake him, he still will not respond. But for Hugo, he can hear everything. Like a paralysis he can't wake from, his body sits there, motionless and detached. Detached from everything. Desperate and concerned. Oh my god. Wrong thing. History. Desperate and concerned, Noah turns to Nina and ushers in a sincere apology. I'm sorry, Miss Nina, but I don't think we can help you at the moment. If you would just come back a bit later, then we can... Oh, it's fine. There will be a next time. Hugo winces at her cold and blunt remark. Wait, Miss Mortimer, please! Nina stands up abruptly from her seat. She wipes away the tears quickly from her reddened face with the sleeves of her coat and looks down. Once more, her tense and cold front-like demeanor returns to the forefront, already trying to forget and move on. Without so much as a word, she slightly bows her head towards them and walks out of the office, not once looking back. Bad end pulling strings. Okay. I got that. Okay, these two things are still nice. Okay, let me go back and refresh from my Steam. I didn't mean to click that. Okay. Got that. A mermaid's tail. So, how am I supposed to get that? In the dead of night. So I need a mermaid's tail in the dead of night. How am I so... wait. Okay, so... Beyond the painting, a mermaid's tail. Is that the part where the... Oh, leave the locket. Okay. I forgot. There we go. I think it's best to put it back for now. Hugo hears a distant and faint cry call out to him, pleading him to take the locket with him. Louis? Hugo is about to put everything back into the chest when he feels a wet and cold sensation crawling up his leg. Okay. What? Water! Yep. Okay. Alright, so this is the same. Yep. Okay. Yeah, the dialogue is still the same. Okay. Is it actually going to show the face? Don't get in my way. Yeah. All of a sudden, yeah. Okay, this is the same. Ah, there's a freaking bug in my room. Okay, I will be right back. My family came back from the grocery store, so I'm going to greet them real quick. Okay, I am back. Let me finish this. Yeah, this seems the same as well. Huh. Okay, this is all the same still. Ooh. Wait. Oh, it must be at the lake. The ending will be different. Okay. Alright, let me skip past this. Whew. Okay. It's probably the dialogue is probably gonna be different when we talk to the grandpa. Okay. Oh, it's the part where we go underwater. Oh, this part is different, I think. Yeah. This part is different. I've had enough. Lewis is waiting for me. He's waiting for me to come home. Oh boy. Jeez. Okay. Okay, this is the same. But with each struggle, Hugo's movements begin to weigh heavier and heavier. Water filling into his lungs as his vision starts to blur. The cold numbness spreads. Tired and motionless, he watches on as the abyss draws near, swallowing him, embracing him. Let's share this happy and oh my god! Ooh, jeez. Okay, that. Oh god. It's not funny. It's not funny, but oh my god, that scared me. He feels nothing. His body weightless and floating for who knows how long. It's cold. So very, very cold. How long has it been since he felt like this? Since he felt this? This empty feeling of just not being here or anywhere. It's comforting and nostalgic. Maybe, just maybe, this isn't so bad after all. I think this is for the best. Oh no, it's far, far from over, Hugo. After all, you said so yourself. Saying the things you do come with a price, right? And oh, what a hefty price has been paid for your stupid little blunder. So get up, Hugo. We are far from having a happy ending. Oh shit. Oops, sorry, language. Hugo! Hugo's eyes shot right open, his vision disoriented and a blur. As he tries to focus on Noah's voice, a violent tide bursts within him as he coughs out the remaining water in his lungs. He can feel Noah's hands rub against his back, anchoring him and checking to see if he's alright. But deep down, there's something far more concerning to worry about at this moment. But where's Mr. Mortimer? I'm sorry, Hugo. I tried going back into the water after I fetched you, but the paramedics stopped me. They told me it was too cold and dangerous to head back in. No, it can't be. I'm so sorry, Hugo. No, please, God, no. Ooh, oh my God. This is probably the worst ending. He couldn't hear the rest of it. His body trembles as his hands clasp tightly together in a fervent prayer, wishing for a miracle to happen before them, to have Mr. Mortimer return to them finally safe from harm. But for this silent wish, this small and glaringly impossible wish, no one would answer. There was no kindness in this sunrise. Only the gut-wrenching wails of a woman by the shore, pleading to any god who can save her grandfather. But no matter how many would try to search through the water, they wouldn't be able to find him. For there was no one left to save anymore, just a washed-up, forgotten tale of a man and his mermaid. As Hugo tries to stifle his cry and soothe the lump lodged deeply in his throat, he hears it. A laugh, a cruel and heartless laugh, echoes from across the lake, mocking him, cursing him, a harrowing and merciless victory for this curse. A curse. It was a curse after all. Bad end. A Mermaid's Tale. Oh my God. Well, oh my God. I am glad. I thought it was going to prolong it to continue with the aftermath of all of that, but I'm glad it ended there, because that was just really, really depressing. Okay, in the dead of night, how do I get this? There was... Break room. Okay, these still are not available. Joshua. Okay. That's the last... Yeah, that's the last ending I need. I am really confused. Okay, so these would be In the Dead of Night and Thank You for Playing. That's got all the endings. What the heck? How do I get that one? Because I only have 3 places saved. In the Dead of Night. So there's like a part. There's a part where he goes to sleep, because that's the image in the thumbnail for that ending. What the heck? Okay. Maybe there will be something on their each page. Let's see. More information. Nope. Okay. Maybe somebody made a fan-made guide. Let's see. Stillwater visual novel ending guide. Achievement. Okay, awesome. Take the case, don't go. What? Take the case, don't go to the painting, take the locket. Wait, what? Strange. Wait, that's so... Okay, so getting the... That's so weird. Okay. So it's like kind of glitchy. So weird. Okay, let me... Oh, jeez, I'm muting this. Okay, that's so weird. Okay, that's the good ending. Whoops. Oh my god. A freaking ad! Oh man, okay. Fiercely... Oh, excuse me. Let me mute. Okay, that only shows I think the first two endings, I believe. Okay, let me see if this one is a little bit more updated. It's a little bit longer than the other guide that I found. Yeah, this was 9 months ago. Okay. Alright, no timestamps. I love that. Okay. What the heck? Maybe it has to do... the investigation section? Okay. That's so weird. Okay. That's the best ending. Okay. All 4 endings. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. What? Oh. Oh, sheesh. That is... oh my goodness. That is so confusing. What the heck? 2 years ago. 2 months ago. No. This is also 2 years ago. Is the last ending glitched? Okay. Okay, this one was 2 months ago. Alright, let me see. The ultimate ending? Okay, I'm just gonna... oh my... wait, what? Wait, how do I'm seeing it. Okay, okay. Alright. I'm looking at the part with the good end. What? Hugo's a... what? Wait, how does this happen? Okay, maybe I need to... okay. I'm going to mute everything because I need to see this guide. Oh my god. That is so weird. It's supposed to trigger after the nap time scene. Okay, maybe if I revisit it again? Oh gosh, okay. Okay. Okay, is there a way I can skip? Okay, maybe if I do it again. Oh, this is wild. Okay. Like, oh, stop. Okay, let me not use my mouse. Okay, let's see. Okay, donut time. Come on. Alright. Okay. Maybe this might work. Okay, let's see. Yep. Ah! There we go. I think. Ah! Okay, I get it. That's very clever. Okay, ooh. Hugo's apartment, 12 a.m. It's already nightfall when Hugo and Colby arrive back home. Hugo, already too tuckered out from the remaining assorted mess he left behind for himself, lazily sheds off his coat and shoes while Colby heads straight towards his bed. Making his way through unloaded boxes and cramped spaces one by one, Hugo strips down his outside clothes and switches to a regular shirt and sweatpants he found lying around. My gosh. He plops down onto the couch with his head laid back and eyes closed as he lets out a heavy sigh, releasing all the tension left in his body. Another day done and gone, right, Colby? Beside him, he hears faintly the rhythmic, delayed breaths of his large companion, who is already falling deeper into sleep. I wish I could sleep quickly like you, buddy. He gently pats Colby's head. Good night, Colby. Thanks for today. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Hugo does one final stretch before he repositions himself to lie down on the couch, tugging at the blanket by his feet and wrapping it around him. He's not going to sleep in his bed? His body begins to relax as his breathing falls into a similar cadence, finally allowing the warmth to gather and hug him closely, all snug and safe from the draft by his window. As he begins to slowly drift further and further off to slumber, he feels something. A slight chill grazing just above the base of his neck, never touching, but distinctly present all the same. Oh my gosh. Ooh, I'm getting chills. Although his senses are too dull and lax to properly focus on this sensation, he does, however, huddle closer into the blanket, hoping the chill will go away. Oh my god. Suddenly he hears the front door to his flat, shut so sharply, so harshly, it's as if someone or something had rushed in with enough force that he felt the room had shaken a little. Whew. Now Hugo is wide awake. He tries to get up and face this intruder head on, but stops to realize one terrifying thing. He can't move at all. Oh, sleep paralysis? The warmth and comfort from the blanket he felt moments ago ceases to be. His own body locked in a deep slumber, leaving behind his very consciousness to be fully awake, to be deathly afraid of this overwhelming presence. He struggles to move the muscles in his face, trying desperately to call out to his partner, to get his attention. Colby. But despite his efforts in uttering his dear companion's name, he is met with no response. In fact, he can't hear or feel Colby anywhere near him. It's just a raging and erratic tempo of his heart, drumming in his ears as he lies there, defenseless, vulnerable, all at the mercy of this thing. And then he hears it. Oh my god. Oh my god. The sound of feet dragging across the wooden floorboards. Dragging closer and closer towards him. Not again. He wants to run. Run far, far away from here. Run till he feels the fiery tempest within him burn his lungs, leaving him scorched and choking on ash. Anywhere but here. He shuts his eyes tightly and begins to steady his uneven breathing, hoping that whatever this nightmare is, he can wake from it. He has to. However, everything comes to a halt when he suddenly feels that same chill once more, but this time lingering all over his back, persistently hovering over him. My god, this music! He knows it's here. Standing near to him, it's unbearable. His breath hitches as he feels this intense prickling feeling. A hand, hovering so closely above his head he could feel it. He wants to cower, to hide forever away, but he can't. This frightening thing that has been following him, stalking him, haunting him for years will not rest until he gives in. His own curse. Jesus Christ. All of a sudden, his phone rings. Like a spell lifted off from him, he can move again. Hugo's eyes darted straight in the direction where the presence should be, hoping to chance a peek, just a glance at the thing that hunts him. But there stood no one. Only the moon's shine reflected from the window's shades, piercing through the shadow. His eyes shot once again at where Colby should be, and he found the bloodhound to be there, alert by the sudden ringing of his phone, and also at Hugo, who looks more disheveled and winded out. He takes a deep breath, setting his heart as he takes the phone in his hand and answers. Hugo? I'm so sorry to call you so late at night. I forgot to ask you about the festival that's coming up in a few weeks. Excuse me. I need to take a sip of water. Ooh, man, am I glad that he called me. I was wondering if you would like to come with me. I know you said you don't really care for outdoor stuff, but I promise you, it's going to be fun. Hugo? Are you there? Yeah, sorry, Noah. I'm here. I just, I guess that's a no, right? No, I mean no to your no, I'm sorry, I'm a mess. What I meant to say was, yes, I would like to go with you to the festival. Oh wow, I'm a bit surprised, but happy nonetheless. Well, I don't want to keep you from your hard-earned rest, so I'm going to end the call. Wait, Noah! Hugo, are you alright? Can you stay a little longer on the line with me? We can talk about anything, I just, need company right now. Of course, Hugo. I can stay on the line with you. Thank you, Noah. You know what I was talking? I messed up the moment. Oh my god. Excuse me. You know what is... Oh my god, why is that so hard to say? You know what I was thinking about? Dangerous pastime for sure. I was thinking, maybe we should just move in together. Ooh. And now you're back to your brazen self. Wonderful. What? Doesn't this sound like a perfect plan? I can cook, Colby loves me, and I'm good looking. See? A perfect package all in one. You really don't know when to quit, huh? Nope, not at all. I can be quite stubborn, remember? Without a doubt, the most stubborn man ever. There was a momentary silence between them before the pair fell into a fit of laughter, filling the room with this warm and bright feeling. Hugo melts back into the warmth of his blanket, letting the heat pool once more around him, surrounding him, protecting him, to remind him that he is here with people who love and accept him all the same. A reminder, a comfort in the darkest night. Awesome. True End in the Dead of Night. Yes, I got the combo. To be continued. Yeah. Thank you for playing. Oh, wow, wow. Okay, that's awesome. Did a little bit of cheating, mayhaps, looking at a guide and all, but I really wanted to see the extra bits. Yes. Okay. I unlocked the gallery and the dev notes. Ooh, I'm so excited. Oh, cutscenes. Okay, the entity. The housekeeper. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, the cutoff is on the weird thing's face. Okay, Grandpa with glowing eyes. That really creepy thing. Nice. Ooh. And fake Ophelia. Wow, whoa. That is really trippy. Okay. Ooh, so cool. Backgrounds. Ooh. Nice. Nighttime. Okay. Oh, the art in this is so lovely. I really love the art style of this game. I think that's what intrigued me first, playing this, to want to playing this. Oh my god, to want to play this game. Okay, sprites, service file. Oh, nice. Playful service smile, Chief Wick. I don't know. I thought this said fist handed or fists hated. Okay, distress. This poor woman. Oh my god. Oh, doggy. Okay, concept art. Oh, defeated by Kobe. I love this. Concepts by Henri. Oh my goodness, I love this sketch. Sorry, Kobe. Oh, so cute. Not this. This is scary. Cute. Concepts by Oda. Ooh. Oh, I love the sketches of the dogs. So cute. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. The detective outfits. Sorry. There's so much of both sharing the same expressions. Oh my goodness. Concepts by Sasa. Gonna be late. Sausage. What? Oh, I cannot fuck. Oh my god. Concept by, who is that? Oh my goodness. Concept by Z04. That's so cute. Promotional artwork. I love that. Oh shoot. I skipped past it. Ooh. Ooh. Oh my god, this is so cute. Oh, they became like friends after the whole case. This is like a happy New Year celebration. Oh, that's so cute. Oh my god. Okay. Halloween. Oh my god. Dang it. I would love to know what costume he would wear. Okay, so she's like a witch or some sort of vampire, and he's just a detective again. Oh my god. All of this is so cute. I love it. Dev notes. Ooh. This is so cool. Okay. I guess I'll read this on my own time. Yeah, it's a little bit boring to read like the dev notes, so I'll just read this in my own time. But yeah, what? That was such a great game. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I think the story is pretty straightforward for the most part. Nothing wrong, of course, with a straightforward story. But yeah, I really enjoyed that. I'm glad that the lover was actually supportive and helpful and just wanted the best for Henry, the grandpa. And I'm glad it was actually I wonder if they're all connected. They're like all of the same entity. So like the entity that was haunting the grandpa is, I don't think it was the same, but it was like a similar entity that the one that is following Hugo. And it seems like they attach themselves to people who are like at a very like emotionally vulnerable, distressed state within their minds, and they just kind of like latch onto them and probably leech off of their spiritual or like mental or physical energy. It seems. I like the mystery that we don't exactly know what the supernatural entity is, but we kind of like get like little pieces of like lore within this game. I don't think it's, I think it is a spirit of some sort. I don't think it's demonic. But then again, it shape shifts to like the vulnerability of what the person is experiencing, which in this case Henry's was Lewis. So I'm not sure. It just appears like a very stereotypical like sleep paralysis demon body shape for Hugo, or maybe that's just like for not foreshadowing, like it's to keep its actual appearance a mystery until like the sequel of this game, which very excited to see when that will be developed, made, and released. It'll probably be a while, but I will very much be looking forward to that whenever it releases. I am very excited to find out more about this story, the world, the characters. What else? Yeah, I felt like the mermaid story was kind of like a red herring in a way. But it also equally describes the tragic fallout. Not exactly fallout, but like the fallout, I guess, an emotional sort of fallout with Henry and Lewis, which is really sad. That's definitely something that's, I guess, pretty realistic when it comes to certain families. I guess in this case, like a renowned, rich family, I suppose, to like continue the family line. So he decided to choose family and duty over his personal wants and desires, which is to be with Lewis as his partner and lover, which is really sad. But I'm very glad that the spirit of Lewis doesn't, what is the word, doesn't like spite him for it, which is a really nice refreshing touch and uniqueness for this particular kind of story, which I appreciate and like. And yeah, I really like the good ending. Was very nice, very sweet, with Mina and her grandpa being able to reconnect once more and have a more stronger familial bond with each other, which I like. I want to know more about like the deal with Hugo and, oh god, what's his name again? How could I already forget his name? I'm so sorry. Shoot, what is his name? Was it also an N name? Oh crap. Oh no. Oh no. Noah, no. Yeah, it is an N name. Noah. His name is Noah. Good lord. Yeah, it's definitely very much implied that they will probably be like a romantic thing later, which will be very exciting to see develop. So far, they seem like they're very close, bantering co-workers / friends, which is a cute sort of trope I enjoy between two characters. That will then later develop into like a romantic relationship. So I'm excited for that. I hope in the sequel we get to see Mina again. I like her. She's very interesting. I'm really curious on like what is like the history, like the background of both Hugo and how could I forget his name again? Oh my god. Noah. Like, will we meet their boss? Which is she's on a business trip, so it'd be interesting to meet her in this sequel and see what kind of part she will play in the story. But yeah, and like, where did the curse come from? Is it like a family curse, or is it like a generational curse, or is it a curse that Hugo just one day accidentally picked up? He seems to be like some sort of medium or like conduit. He can contact spirits with like, at least for Lewis, he like has unresolved things to like, so he can't like fully move on because of like the anguish and the despair that Henry is experiencing. So he can contact and speak with them, but also he can also, oh my gosh, I repeated myself with the word also. He can be manipulated, it seems, through spiritual and physical means by the entity that has attached himself to him. So that's really interesting. And it seems like it's not an uncommon occurrence for the entity to also visit him through the state of sleep paralysis, which is really, really terrifying. That is a really, really terrifying thing to experience on a, I guess, sort of on and off daily basis, I would guess. So, oof, that's really rough. That's really rough. But yeah, so he uses this sixth sense supernatural thing that he's able to do these things because he's able to like go inside a spiritual place to solve cases. I don't think they're specifically like a supernatural paranormal detective / investigative agency, but I guess he still uses that advantage to his. Oops, crap. Sorry. I'm trying to get my train of thought back. He uses that ability to his advantage, is what I mean. So the entity knows this and uses that to its advantage of like manipulating him in its own way as well. So that's very, very interesting. I will be looking forward to whenever the sequel eventually gets released, because I like that it's like there's a nice sort of concrete-ish end to the story within this game, but also there's like little bits and pieces of like open-endedness for the sequel to be developed, for more lore and story and whatnot. So very much looking forward to that. And yeah, we will see how that will go. I will put this... Wait, where's my just chatting room? Okay, there we go. I will put the game in the meanwhile. There we go. Yep. But yeah. Whew. I really enjoyed that, and what else? Do I have anything else to say before I end the stream? Yeah, I'm going to try to follow a sort of schedule, a very loose schedule for October. So for the streaming side of things, every other week I will be playing a short horror or mystery and or thriller based game. And then for videos, I'm hoping to hopefully upload 2 videos this month, but we will see. A spooky, creepy, Halloween related one near the end of October is what I'm gunning for. And then for the other one, I just hope to get it done ASAP, because it's something I am very, very passionate about, this series. But yeah, I don't want to say too much about it because I want it to be sort of like a surprise in a way. And yeah, this turned out longer. This stream turned out longer than I meant for it to be, but that's okay. It's a visual novel, so I have to do a lot of reading and I suppose voice acting on the end, so it turns a little bit longer when I take my time and enjoy the game as it is. And I was very much able to do so this game. Very delightful. Actually, the scares actually scared me a bit, so that's definitely successful on their part. Let's see, what else? Anything else? Any news on the horizon? Not much. For books, for reading wise, I am just hoping to read as much horror and horror adjacent books this month. And yeah, there's some more short fiction that I've been getting into, which that will let me have more room to just enjoy more things. And then I have some longer books I get to read as well. Also, oh yeah, I would definitely need to do a wrap-up. I'll do a stream wrap-up for all the books I've been reading since August or July. I think from July until September, I'll do a book wrap-up. But yeah, I'm still working on that script. I don't know why, it's a little bit hard to concentrate on writing scripts for wrap-ups in particular, but it's worth it in the end to be prepared for those kinds of streams. Let's see. I think that is it for now. If you are interested to being able to find more immediate updates, please follow my Twitter. Otherwise, I will do news and announcements and other related things on my YouTube community page for those posts. I hope you all have a good rest of your day or night, wherever you may be in this big, big world. IU Unit 01, Eureka Forsyth, signing off. Bye-bye! I have way too many seats. Anyway, bye bye everyone. See you next time.